Hello, friends. How are you? I hope it's a good day. I have a question for you. If I were to give you a gift, what would you like for me to give you? You have some ideas? I bet you do. I have some ideas too. What if I would give you a pair of my socks? Used socks. Think that'd be okay? If I would give you these used socks? No? Oh, okay. Well, what about if I would give you a pair of my shoes? Just give you my shoes. A little used, a little worn. No? It's not something you want? Oh. Well, what gift would you appreciate then? Oh, something new. Well, maybe something that you knew I had thought about or put some time and effort into rather than just giving you socks and shoes? Okay. Hold that thought. We're going to come back to that question. You may recall, if you are watching these videos in order, that yesterday we talked about orange soda. And I had this orange soda bottle where we can see the orange soda, and I have this orange soda can in which we cannot see what's inside of it. And we talked about faith. Faith in believing that in this can that's marked orange soda, there would actually be orange soda in it. The difference was that I couldn't see the orange soda like I could in here. So when I drank this, I drank it believing that there was orange soda in it. And guess what? There was. We had faith and it worked. We've been talking from Hebrews chapter 11, the faith chapter in the Bible. And it says this about faith. Faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. That is what the people of long ago were praised for. We have faith, and so we understand that everything was made when God commanded it to be. Faith is believing that what God says he will do will happen. Faith is believing that God made the earth, even if it didn't happen. Faith is believing that there was orange soda in this can. The first person that's mentioned in Hebrews chapter 11 is a man by the name of Abel. It's Hebrews 11, chapter 4, and it says this about Abel. Abel had faith, and so he brought to God a better offering than Cain did. Because of his faith, Abel was praised as a godly man. God said good things about his offerings. Because of his faith, Abel still speaks. He speaks even though he was dead. Do you remember Abel? Abel was the son of Adam and Eve. According to Scripture, they were the first human beings, and they had several sons, Cain and Abel being two of them. So Cain and Abel were brothers. Their story ended rather badly and rather sadly as Cain killed Abel. And although we don't know a lot more about Abel, we do know that he is remembered as someone who really wanted to please God. And according to Hebrews 11:4, Abel gave God his best. Do you want to do or give your best? I hope so. I hope that at your job, at work, or when you're being a friend to others, that you are giving and doing your best. I try. And sometimes it's a lot of work, isn't it, to do and give our best. It takes some time and it takes some effort. Well, we're encouraged in the Bible to do a good job with the things that we do. Colossians chapter 3 verse 23 says, "Work at everything you do with all your heart. Work as if you were working for the Lord, not human masters." Work at everything you do with all your heart. I believe this scripture is telling me to do my best. So, as we do our best, I'm wondering what difference faith makes in our lives and in our efforts to do our best. Well, I believe that faith helps us give our best. Just as faith helped Abel give his best to God, so faith helps us give our best. Remember what I asked you earlier about what kind of gift you want? You weren't too thrilled about the socks. You weren't too thrilled about the shoes. But I think you got excited when I talked about maybe giving you something new or something much better than socks or shoes. Well, um, it takes work sometimes to find gifts that are nice for other people, doesn't it? It's easy for us just to give something that we already may have, already may have used, but to go out and get something really nice for somebody takes some work. And that's what we need to do, even though it's hard. You know, there's a verse in the Bible that says we shouldn't get tired in doing what is good. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9 says, "Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time, we will gather a crop if we don't give up." I think it also says, "Let us not become tired of doing our best. At the right time, we will give a crop if we don't give up." Now, I grow tomatoes in my garden, and I like tomatoes. Right now in my garden, along with the tomatoes, there's something that is growing just as fast as those tomatoes. Do you know what it is? Yep, you got it. Weeds. Those weeds are growing just as fast as the tomatoes. So I have to keep pulling them out. And you know what? I get tired of pulling weeds. However, I want all of the tomatoes to get all of the nutrients that they can from the dirt, the soil, and from the water. And so I need to pull the weeds out so that the weeds don't get the nutrients and water, but the tomatoes get the nutrients and water. So it is hard work. It takes time. Every week I have to pull the weeds out of the tomatoes because they grow so fast. Oh, and it's just work. But I want to give my tomatoes the best because I want them to be the best tomatoes they can be. So you see, all of that comes together. And I have faith that eventually, in a few weeks, I'm going to have some nice red tomatoes for my sandwiches and also to make tomato juice and tomato sauce and some other things that we do with our wonderful tomatoes. So, like Abel, I hope that you are able to give God your best, whether it's in pulling the weeds, growing tomatoes, going to work, being a good friend, being a faithful follower of Jesus. Give him your best. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to the Lord everything you do, that he will make your plans succeed." I really want to encourage you today, like Abel, a man of faith, to give your best to God and to your friends and to your family. Do the best things that you can. Make sure you're faithful in your life as you serve and please God. I will see you again. I wish for you a good day and a day filled with peace.